Every 10 minutes, someone new is added to the National Donor List. This list is run by the United Network for Organ Sharing, also known as UNOS. According to advancingyourhealth.org, 115,000 people were on the list in 2013. However, now in 2016, there are between 120 and 122,000, and that's according to donatelife.net and unos.org. About 58% on the list are under the age of 18. 58% are children. When I first started thinking about this, I wasn't sure how I felt about organ donation, but now that I have researched and really looked into it, I am definitely for it. I watched a video about a mom who had lost her child, 2 or 3 years old, my age, or my daughter's age, excuse me, and she, her child, lost their life, and she donated his heart to a stranger, a little girl, and now she gets to hear her son's heart beat again in this little girl's body, and to me that's really, really amazing. One donor could save 8 lives. UNOS matches the donors to candidates based on different things such as blood type, tissue type, and the urgency to find the perfect fit. Some organs do not last long though outside of the body, like the heart and the lungs. They only last between 4 to 6 hours. So in those cases, distance decides who gets it. So now that you know how candidates are picked, let's talk about the actual donation. I know it sounds scary, but it's actually really beautiful. Once all medical assistance has been given, all teams have done everything they can to save someone, and it doesn't help. There are still healthy organs in the body. If the deceased donor is, or if the deceased person is a donor, then a highly trained staff will come out and talk to the family. They'll give a walkthrough, tell them what's going to happen, and they'll answer any questions. But if the deceased is not a donor, then someone who is also highly trained will come out and really try to talk to them about the importance of donation and what their loved one could do. And to most families, this is a way to honor their deceased by letting them live on in someone else and to let their beloved give the gift of life. But if you don't like the idea of a deceased donation, there's also living donation. And there's two main kinds, and that's directed donation and non-directed donation. In directed donation, what happens is usually a family member needs a kidney or a liver, and in those cases, if you're a match, you tell the hospital, I would like to give this part of my liver to my brother or my mother, and that's a directed donation. But a non-directed donation, you can go in, you can give a kidney or whatever, and they will find the best possible match, someone who's waiting for that. Being a donor is an amazing thing because being a donor means saving life. 22 people die each day waiting for an organ. I know no one wants the worst, no one wants to think about it, but being a donor really means saving lives. UNOS honors those donors with the National Donor Memorial. When you first go into the memorial, there's the wall of tears. It says friend, wife, son, daughter, mother, sister, husband, brother, father. And it's showing that donors can be anyone to everyone. And over these words, they have water spilling down, and that symbolizes the tears of the donor's family. When you go further into the memorial, there is a room that says Hope, Renewal, Transformation. And basically it's showing that this is important, that transplants and being a donor is important. It also has the name of donors, showing that these people might not know each other. They might have nothing in common other than they saved lives. It also has the butterfly garden and the grove, which really demonstrates the power of transplants, and it tries to show that being a donor doesn't just affect the person who is getting the organ, it actually affects everyone and their family, their friends. It even affects the family of the donor because they can reach out and kind of talk to each other. It's really amazing and rewarding. This year alone, 8,000 people will die waiting for an organ. Death is not wished upon anyone, and no one wants to think about it or talk about it, but if each person that dies that has viable organs donated, the number of people that died waiting for an organ would be decreased dramatically. I really think that getting information out there and helping people understand what it means, that it doesn't just mean, oh, I get hurt, I go in, and they say, oh, she's an organ donor, let's, you know. No, the medical staff will make sure they do everything possible to keep you alive, but if they can't, then your organs will go to a place that really needs them. And I mean, it could help save a child. And I really hope that more families will think positive about organ donation.